Hi Middleton violin players, it's Miss Peterson, and this is a video lesson because it's on a day that many of you were doing MCA testing in your math groups, and with that in third grade recruiting going on, some of the groups just didn't work out in the schedule for orchestra to happen today. So instead of having a lesson in class, I'm sending this lesson home with you so that you can be practicing some new parts of D String Boogie. That's a song that we got last week. Looks like this. And so the first thing to do is double check that you have this music in either in your book or it might be in your case. For some of you it got taped in on probably page 20 or somewhere around there. So if it's not taped in on that page 20, it could be inside of the cover as well. Last week we went up to measure 13, so that's about 2.5 lines of the song, and the goal for this week is to be able to play all the way down to measure 29. That is down on the 6th line, but you know what? One of these lines is mostly rests, where we're just waiting and we're counting, making sure that we're keeping a steady beat so that we know when it's our turn to play. For this video, I'm going to go through just some helpful hints of when we look at new music, what to look for, as well as checking the note names that we're reading, and then I'll play this whole song for you, going up to measure 29, so that you can know what should it sound like when I'm practicing. So as with any of our songs, when we are looking at a new song, our practice steps are to start by making sure you know the note names. And one of the biggest helps is remembering those tools that Miss Feigl and I talk about a lot, like face for space notes, where our lowest space is F, and then we've got A for the next space. Third space is C, and then E up top. And let's see, and then remembering that the other helper for our line notes, E, G, B, D, F, using the phrase, every good boy does fine. Take a second, pause this video for a moment, and then check out the first line. Can you name all of those notes? Maybe you want to pause and check against these helpers right here, or against the one where it puts all of those together in alphabet order. Open D is down below and then going up. Okay, and we're back. Double check with me when you are looking at your music. Here we go. Sorry, that was jumbly right there. Did you get an E for the first note? E, F sharp, E, F sharp, G, E, G, F sharp, E. Then we have a rest here. Do you remember what this symbol tells us to do? If you said bow lift, or do this with my bow, you're right. That is our symbol for a bow lift. Okay, that happens a lot in these top couple of lines. Okay, notice our next chunk does start with E again. E, F sharp, E, F sharp, G, rest, rest, rest. F sharp, G, F sharp, G, A, G, F sharp, rest. E, F sharp, E, F sharp, G, rest, rest, rest. Take a second. What note is this one? If you're thinking every good boy, and you landed with B, you've got it. This note is a B right here. B, 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 rest. A, rest. A, G. And that's about as far as we got last week. In the news section, take a quick look. We have some more A's. Then we change. Yes, that's a G. And then we head back up to A, back to G. A skip. We're going from 3 to 1, or G to E right here. A, G, E, D, E, G, A, G, A. Rest, rest, rest. We have many rests after this point. Okay, I'm just going to bring you down to a quick part right here at 21. Check what note does that start on. It's not an open D. It's also not an E. If you're thinking space note, F for face. You got it. This part starts on F sharp. Okay? As you look through the music, always be looking for the up and down of the music. Okay? And in this section, say it with me, and then we'll do some playing. So we're starting at 21. We start with F sharp, G, F sharp, G, A, G, F sharp, E, F sharp, E, F sharp, G, A, rest, 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 A, rest, 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 E, rest, B, 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 A. At that point we have some rest. We would, the piece goes on to do some pizzicato. This is a section we'll work on a lot more next week, but if you want to start on that as well, go for it. Okay. Now for the real playing part. We've been doing that first step, making sure we can name the notes. If that was difficult at all, go pause the video, go back and do that again, or rewatch the video with me. Okay. And the next best step would be to play it pizzicato and make sure that you track on with the notes. That really helps right after 13 because of the skip. I'm going to start right at 13. So we're looking for box 13. Sounds like this. A, G, A, G, A, D, E, G, A, G, A. Rest, rest, rest. Maybe pause this video, play that part from 13 until all those rests about 4 times at least. Make sure that that feels really comfortable, and then grab your bow, and here's the sound we're looking for. I'm going to play through the entire section from 13 up to 29. All right, starting on A. There's a lot of bow tipping here, so I want to be really careful to have a smooth sound. Here's 13. Ready, go. I'll do that once more, a little bit slower. Ready, go. So make sure you can play that smoothly until you can go on to the next part. All right, I'm going to take it back up to normal speed and go from 13 all the way to 29. Ready, go. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest, rest. A, lift, rest, rest. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest, rest. And that is going up to measure 29 in the song D String Boogie. Your job for this week. You can rewatch this video as many times as you need to, of course. Pause at parts that are really helpful to practice a small chunk. Make sure that you use those practice steps again. If you're not very comfortable with naming the notes, do that step many times. Play it pizzicato. Once you feel really comfortable with the finger pattern playing it plucking, then use your bow. Maybe you want to do the step of air bow as well, just to make sure you know when your bow should be moving or not. All right, we will have normal lessons next week. So I'll see you on Wednesday next week. Take care, and we'll see you then.